Deflated. Absolutely deflated is my state of emotion this morning, guys. 110%. We're going to be just fine. I mean, we're going to go about our day just fine. We're going to pound some Starbucks right after this video. We're going to make some business deals. We're going to make that money. We're going to go about our day. But when it comes to something I love very much, something I'm passionate about, professional wrestling, WWE, more specifically, it has been an emotional 24 hours. When you look at where we were Monday night, Becky Lynch on top of the wrestling world, and as if we thought we couldn't get any more excited for Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch at Survivor Series. We thought we couldn't be any more anticipating that, but we were. We were even more excited when Monday Night Raw went off the air. That was my main event at Survivor Series. Becky Lynch, Ronda Rousey. AJ Styles and Brock Lesnar, I was looking forward to part 2 with them, but my main event was Ronda and Becky. And I'm sure it was a lot of yours as well. Becky and Ronda was just the match we were all anticipating the most. And 24 hours later, it's all just taken away. For what was then 5 nights away from Survivor Series. Just like that. It's all taken away. And we are left now with a Survivor Series card that after SmackDown went off the air is absolutely, totally fucking changed right now. But Ronda and Becky, scrapped. That is no longer happening because Becky Lynch, apparently, from what they're claiming, has a broken face. Whatever the fuck that even means. That's not even just a broken nose. That's what? An orbital bone? A fucking... What bone is that? Multiple bones? Her face is just shattered? What does that mean? Also a concussion, they're saying. This must have been a devastating hit, right? You go back and watch this thing, and now I've gotten to see many angles. And Nia Jax laid in to Becky Lynch. This was all fun and games when Becky was bleeding, and we were all like, that's badass. That's a Stone Cold moment. That's her defining moment. We never really stopped to think, shit, could that be a serious injury? Nah, there's no way. Little broken, little fucking bloody nose. Even if it's broke, she'll be there. Remember Trish Stratus? She had a broken nose or some shit. She came up with a whole fucking mask before. We've seen that before. She'll be fine. You were hoping, you started hearing the word concussion. You were hoping that wasn't true because WWE will take you right off if there's any signs of concussion. So you were hoping that wasn't the case. But Becky looked fine after the initial hit, aside from the fucking bloody face. But you're thinking she's fine. It's a cut. It's something. It was just a badass moment. But no, you go back and you watch all these angles. And Nia Jax laying in to Becky. There are people who are literally too PC hiding their fucking balls today because they don't want to get attacked on social media or attacked on this platform or attacked in the wrestling community or the community at large. So they're doing everything they can to protect Nia because they don't want to be the one saying the fucking truth, which is Nia Jax fucked up. Nia Jax laid into Becky Lynch. It was her fault. Everybody has every fucking reason in the world to blame Nia today. This isn't just a botch. This is botch after mistake after mistake after crucial mishap after crucial mishap. Nia Jax, I have said it way before Monday night. How she has a job with WWE along with Tamina is fucking flabbergasting to me. It's befuddling to the highest degree. Nia Jax doesn't belong anywhere in or near a ring. She's not good. And that's fine if you're a fucking waiter at IHOP or a fucking stock boy at the local pet store. Or flipping the burgers at McDonald's. Maybe you could get away with all that. But when you're in there with other lives in that ring and you're not good at your job, now people's lives are at risk. And there are people today defending Nia. Leave her alone. This is where everyone's gonna come out and try to be PC, like Bubba Ray Dudley and Taz and Corey Graves, and say, this isn't ballet. This is professional wrestling. Mistakes happen. Accidents happen. It's the business. No, when you are that careless and reckless, accidents and mistakes should not be happening at that fast of a pace. Time after time again. There was a man known as Bret the Hitman Hart, and one of his most pride-enjoyed things to tell everybody in his lifetime, or at least in his professional lifetime, is that he never injured anybody in his career. He loves saying that. He takes so much pride in that. Bret Hart never hurt anybody. Do you know why? Because Bret Hart was a phenomenal wrestler. So don't tell me mistakes and accidents happen all the fucking time with Nia, when guys like Bret Hart never hurt one person in his whole entire career. Nia Jax has been doing this a couple of years tops on the main roster, and already we've seen her chuck Zelina Vega into Tamina Snuka's nose. Tamina goes out. Zelina's got a concussion. We've seen her plant Bayley with fucking ferociousness, not protecting her, chucking her down while Bayley was face first. Fucking tore Bayley's shoulder. Remember that? Bayley had to miss SummerSlam. Dropping Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss was out on the shelf. Bayley again. Bayley sitting up. Nia Jax thought it was fucking a great move, a great fucking idea to drop an elbow on Bayley, who's sitting up. That could have gave her an instant concussion. But no, wait, later in the match, she ended up taking Bayley out anyway when she planted her face first. With fucking recklessness. Asuka, a backbreaker. Nia Jax couldn't perform a backbreaker. She put the wrong knee. So she just planted Asuka. Asuka was bracing for impact on the knee, and she just gets planted flat on her back on the fucking mat. Because Nia Jax forgot what knee to put up. These are all videos on YouTube. You can Google this shit. This isn't just botch after botch. This is catastrophic mishaps at this point. She's putting lives in fucking danger. Charlotte! How am I forgetting the biggest one? Forget not even being able to perform a backbreaker. How about a shoulder fucking breaker? She's got Charlotte up. Basically, just think, you can YouTube this and Google this too, by the way. Basically, think of like a tombstone. And the whole idea, the shoulder break, you're just gonna drop her shoulder into your knee. Instead, Nia's careless as fuck, doesn't even bother to make sure Charlotte's fucking shoulder is going to her knee, and just puts her fucking head into her knee. Her whole face snaps back. She could have broken her neck. And then later, we always claim, oh, Charlotte botches her moonsaults. Yeah, maybe it's the motherfucker trying to catch him. But in Nia Jax's case, Nia totally aborted the mission. So in the same match that she almost broke Charlotte's neck, Charlotte does a moonsault, and Nia's just like, fuck that shit. Charlotte could have had her fucking career and life ended twice in one match. I could sit here all day and give you Nia Jax mishaps, botches, mistakes, and blunders in just her 2 years on the main roster tops. What more do I have to do to inform you guys that she's not ready? Do you think I just come in front of this camera and just spew this because I just don't like her? She is careless, reckless, and is not good at what she's doing. She's not good at wrestling, which there's an issue because this is professional wrestling. She has to go. This isn't me joining a movement. Fire Nia. Fuck Fire Nia's hashtag. I don't give a fuck about that. I've been saying this since she's got to the main roster. And now people are starting to realize, oh shit, fire Nia. That she can't be here. She shouldn't be here. She should be in developmental. No, developmental doesn't even need her ass. So what? She can injure and put somebody on the shelf down in NXT? She's not good at this. Get it through your fucking heads. What is it gonna take before somebody fucking gets paralyzed or dies in that ring? And then Bubba Ray and Taz and Corey Graves and everybody who says it's not ballet. The mistakes happen. Accidents happen. For somebody who does this all the time, the blood is on your hands. So yeah, I'm a little pissed off when I just gave you a plethora of things to go back and watch for yourself about what Nia has fucked up already. But then you take away the main event, really, at Survivor Series when you fucking haul off on Becky. There's a wrestling punch and then there's a fucking street punch. And that just means swinging for the fences. Learn what a wrestling punch... How do you fucking fuck up a backbreaker? How do you fuck up an elbow? You have to make sure someone's laying down to elbow them. Bailey's sitting up. You fuck up you forgot which knee to backbreak on Asuka. A shoulder breaker, but you bend back her fucking neck on Charlotte. How are you fucking up the most basic of maneuvers? But a punch, all you gotta do, stomp your foot, snap back your hand. Full velocity, quit at the end of it. It's a wrestling punch. This motherfucker swung for a home run. What are you swinging at? It's a wrestling brawl. You know there's your peers all around you. Be more safe. Go back and watch the clip. Watch how Naomi is punching Nia Jax. Watch when Becky Lynch enters frame. Watch how Becky is punching Nia. Wrestling punches. Watch how Nia turns around because she's pissed off that Becky fucked with her. It looked like she didn't want to take on two people. It looked like a Nia Jax was annoyed. This looks like an angry Nia Jax who just didn't want to deal with Becky, so she just hauled off. One of two things happened. That was intentional as fuck, or Nia Jax literally doesn't know how to throw a wrestling punch. Either way, she's out. Anybody, even Nia Jax diehard fans who defends her today, you are the reason. You are the bricks in the walls that people are getting injured nonstop. And you got the fucking idiots going, oh, BC, what about Sasha? You love Sasha. She's botched before. Remember Paige? You are fucking honestly gonna bring up Paige, who had a back and neck issue where she shouldn't have even been cleared to be competing. That's how bad it was. Any little thing could have set that off, and a kick to the back did. That is way different than Nia Jax just fucking everybody up. And on top of that, you're going to compare one of the best wrestlers in the world, Sasha Banks, to Nia Jax? That's your comparison? That's your botch comparison? I'm going to make BC look like an idiot today. I'm going to comment and I'm going to be the smart one on his YouTube channel today. I'm gonna comment and show BC the real intelligent one. Yeah, you showed me. You're smart as fuck. You compared Sasha to Nia. Good job. Good job. Go tell your mommy and daddy how smart you are. You dumb fuck. And then there's journalists and other creators on this very platform that are hiding their fucking balls today. They're trying to be PC. They don't want to get all the negativity to their fucking channels or to their publications or whatever the fuck platform they're on. They're tucking their fucking balls between their legs and they're becoming PC. Don't hate on fucking Nia for this. Don't blame her. Accidents happen. How many times, if you fucking drive drunk every fucking night and smash into a fucking tree, how many times do you need to fucking realize maybe you shouldn't be doing that? I learned that at a young fucking age, all too tragically. You only gotta tell me one fucking time. How many times does she have to make these epic mistakes before we just say, you know what? Maybe mistakes just don't happen. Maybe accidents just don't happen all the time. Maybe it's the motherfucker in the ring fucking people up. You don't gotta like what I'm saying, but I'm the only motherfucker on this platform and in this community that's gonna tell you the truth, and you fucking know it. Cause everyone else tucked their fucking balls between their legs. And they are the fucking reason, and they're the blood is gonna be on their hands when something tragic happens in the future. Because mark my words, something tragic in that wrestling ring is going to happen if this shit doesn't stop. I don't give a fuck about your heritage. I don't give a fuck if you're related to The Rock. You suck at your fucking job. And every job that I've ever fucking sucked at, I had to go. It should be no different when you have human lives in your fucking hands. So yes, it is Nia's fault. I'm not gonna be PC. I'm not gonna be here to protect Nia so Nia doesn't get any backlash. Something needs to be done. It's her fault. She literally cold clocked Becky Lynch, broke her face, and she's out of the fucking main event. One more spoke in the wheel of all the people Nia Jax has fucked up. Now maybe Vince is loving this. Haha, this is great. She's fucking people up. Maybe that's fucking great. That's not protecting your fellow wrestler and fellow peers. Not at all. Vince can be amused. You gotta protect your fellow individual in that ring. Everybody knows that who's ever stepped foot in that fucking ring. When this happens all the fucking time, you are the problem. Bret Hart goes his whole career not injuring one fucking person, not even 2 years on the main roster, and we got a list of 5 or 6 already. But accidents happen. No, maybe Nia Jax was the accident when she signed the contract. That was the mistake. This isn't just the Becky Lynch incident. I want to make that clear. I've been saying this for the longest time, and nobody really wants to take it seriously. You're right, BC. I agree, BC, but are you really understanding the severity of somebody who sucks in pro wrestling being in there with lives in their hands? Now I hope you understand. When you just get a little aggravated in the ring and you haul off and break someone's face. I don't care if it's just a broken nose or just a concussion. That should never happen. You're not better than everyone else. This is the same female that walked out of WWE because she didn't want to do the job to Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks is one of the best wrestlers on this fucking planet when it comes to the females. You're gonna not want to do the job and get so fucking hissy-fitted that you're gonna walk out on the company. She's a fucking baby who can't wrestle. Why do we keep feeding this shit? I always say I love Brock Lesnar type individuals because they bring that sense of believability, that reality, that at any moment shit could get real. But you don't actually want to see them popping each other in the mug. If it's a tit for tat, like Braun Strowman when he hit Brock a little too stiff and Brock Lesnar gave him what's called a receipt in the business, that could be cool. A tit for tat. But when you're constantly fucking motherfuckers up, you watch Becky enter the frame before that happens, and Becky Lynch is just she's just part of a storyline. She's just trying to entertain. She's doing her part. I feel so bad for Becky because you watch her and she's into it and she's being careful with everybody. I loved it. She's being careful with everyone she's working with. And she gets to Nia. She's careful with Nia, throwing in the wrestling punches. And Nia just fucks her up. 2 words describe Nia Jax. Careless, reckless. I don't give a fuck. This isn't open for debate. Trust me. I already know who and what I am. I'm a brilliant mastermind when it comes to pro wrestling. I don't need validity for anybody else. I'm not gonna have anyone try to fucking argue this. It's not gonna work. It won't be down below in the comments. I promise you, it won't see the light of day. It won't. This is not open for debate or discussion. Nia Jax is a danger to the pro wrestling world. She is. That's not over-exaggerating, but to some of you, maybe it is. So maybe you come back to me and ask me if it's over-exaggerating when she severely injures somebody and puts them on the shelf for the rest of their fucking life. Then tell me I'm over-exaggerating. Because I've seen it before. I've seen pro wrestlers get paralyzed in that ring. I've seen pro wrestlers lose their lives in that ring. One dipshit compared it to Owen Hart. So what? Owen Hart dropped Stone Cold on his head. Should he have been fired? You're comparing Owen Hart to Nia Jax. Think about the arguments that I have to put up with you this morning. These are the shits that I'm hearing about. Sasha Banks, Owen Hart. When did Owen Hart consistently fuck motherfuckers up 5, 6, 7 individuals in less than 2 years? Oh wait, it didn't happen. So instead of being a dumb fuck, try to help the cause. I don't know what we can do, but what I do know is she should not be in that ring with people's lives in her hands. And I don't even know if developmental is the way to go. I see laziness. I see carelessness. I don't know if these are traits that can necessarily be fixed like that. If she goes to developmental, she has to go there for 4 more years, and I wouldn't put anybody with her. Have her wrestle a fucking tackling dummy like they do in fucking football practice. If I had a fucking daughter, or my sister, I would never let them go into the ring with Nia Jax. Ever! That's all I'm going to say on that. I had to really let loose on that because I see way too many people coming to her fucking defense. And by the way, this isn't hate for Nia, by the way. That's not condoned. I see some people online calling her names and threatening and this and that. Come on. Your fucking keyboard warrior bullshit. Shut the fuck up. I'd slap you right upside your fucking head if I saw somebody bullying online. Get the fuck out of here. Nia Jax doesn't need, nor does she deserve, bullying online. Okay? This is somebody who we found out now for sure. I always knew this, but now the casual fan even knows. She's just not good at her job. So it ends there. You remove her. Maybe she could do something else backstage. But nobody deserves fucking hate for attempting to do their job and they're just fucking bad at it. Alright, that's it. As long as WWE fixes this situation, we can move on. But calling her names online and all the hashtag, relax. Alright? She doesn't need the fucking bullying. What she needs is to, if she wants to continue pro wrestling, she has to get out, just like CM Punk should have never been at UFC's top card. Start down below. Nia Jax has to start even below her fucking NXT. Start with the basics. Learn how to throw wrestling punches. Learn what a backbreaker is. Learn how to do shoulder breakers. Learn when to drop a proper elbow. Those are the basics. Once she learns that for a year or two, then go to NXT, maybe. But no hate, all right? So I just want to clear that up. I can't stand some of the shit had nothing to do with her in the ring. So now moving on. So where do I even go? So now Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch comes out to the ring and she gives a great promo. Even with a concussion and a broken face, I could still kick your ass, Ronnie. And she said, Ronda, you're not the baddest bitch, you're the luckiest bitch. Basically, because you didn't have to face me. So she, even fucked up, Becky Lynch gives a stellar fucking promo. Badass to the core. And then she picks her replacement, which is Charlotte Flair. So we get Charlotte and Ronda, which is a WrestleMania match. Right? WrestleMania comes early. Vince McMahon had to fast track that. It is a dream match of sorts. I'm not going to lie. Charlotte and Ronda is going to be a badass match. But my heart was set on Becky and Ronda. I mean, that was the main event. That's like if you tell me at WrestleMania 6, Warrior and Hogan built up so epically, and then 5 days before tell me, oh, by the way, Warrior won't be competing. You know what I mean? It's going to be Hulk Hogan and Tito Santana or something. I don't fucking know. But the bottom line is, that would have devastated me. I don't care if I'm fucking 10 years old or 97 years old. That sucks. That was my main event. Just like this was my main event for Survivor Series, Ronda and Becky. So as much as Charlotte and Ronda is going to be cool, interesting, a dream match of sorts, it's going to be nowhere near Becky and Ronda. And everybody too, I hear a lot of fucking, oh, this is a blessing in disguise. WrestleMania, Becky and Ronda. Who the fuck makes you think that what did WWE, I can speak, do in the last 10 years to show you that they could plan 4, 5, 6, 7 months in advance? Do you honestly think they're thinking about WrestleMania right now? And even if they are, do you honestly think plans are going to come to fruition? Vince McMahon changes his mind 77 times an hour. And there's only 60 minutes in an hour. So do the math. Everybody thinks they know what they're talking. Becky and Ronda, WrestleMania. See? This was a blessing in disguise. Okay, fucking Chief. Good job, Chief. I believe nothing with this company. On paper, yeah, Ronda faces Becky at WrestleMania. Maybe Becky gets the big win at WrestleMania. Yeah, that's the match. Well, sure it is. What the fuck makes you think Vince is gonna do that? Come on, man. People are honestly saying this is a blessing in disguise. This is the best thing that could have happened. Because Becky maybe would have done the job. Becky could have looked like a fucking legit badass, lost this Sunday, and looked even more of a badass, got even more of a shooting star, fucking skyrise, meteoric fucking blast into the fucking orbit with star power and quality. From a loss this Sunday. She could have been bigger than ever before after this Sunday, win or lose. Look at Stone Cold when he lost against Bret Hart at WrestleMania 13. I bring that match up all the time because that match, so much happened that transcended the entire company and business of pro wrestling, and it showed us, it gave us a blueprint that even though someone can lose a match, they can actually come out of it bigger and better than they've ever been before. If they did it correctly, Ronda beats Becky Sunday, that's fine. If you did it correctly, Becky could be a fucking bona fide star to even the casual fan coming out of Sunday. Her fucking star power would be off the charts after Sunday. It didn't matter win or lose. You just got to do it correctly. Stone Cold's star quality went off the fucking charts after WrestleMania 13. He lost that. He passed the fuck out. Bleeding profusely. Bret Hart had his hand held in victory. So don't tell me you had to take away the one match I'm looking forward to the most, the main event, because Becky might have lost. Or maybe we can get this for WrestleMania. Okay, so you're taking the match I wanted to see just to make me wait 5 more months when WWE has done nothing in the past 10 years to show me they can make a feud go 5 months. 6 months. WWE has done nothing to show me that they can stay committed to a match for 5 or 6 months. And everybody's like, this is the greatest thing. Don't worry, guys. Becky will be at Wrestle. Of course she's going to be at WrestleMania. If she won or lost against Ronda, I'm telling you, Becky would have still came out one of the biggest fucking names in professional wrestling, hotter than ever, and by WrestleMania, she could have an even more epic fucking match. Who knows? But everyone's hoping now that Vince stays to this one match, Becky and Ronda, or Becky and somebody main event. What the fuck? What does it matter? Why does WrestleMania mean everything to you people? Why? Let's start with building real storylines, feuds, and superstars first. And if I can get that at Survivor Series, I'm taking it. Everything with you people is wait till WrestleMania. It could be fucking June. Just wait 10 months. 10 months at WrestleMania. This is gonna be it. The fuck up with your WrestleMania. That was a Survivor Series main event. Win or lose, everybody wins. Including us. Now what? We hope for the next 5 months? We hope 5 to 6 months, whatever the fuck it is, we hope that they'll hold on to Becky and Ronda in the future. Okay, this was a blessing in disguise. Some people in this community, honestly, just befuddle me to the point where I want to put my head through a cement wall. But we get Charlotte and Ronda. And afterwards, after Becky picks Charlotte, they give a little hug. What the fuck was the hug? Was that necessary? The handshake was enough. You just went through a fucking... It was like Bayley and Sasha. They go to war, and then all of a sudden, they love each other fucking more than anything on earth. Well, okay, but can you give it more time? Just a few weeks ago, you were killing each other. Fuck, man. In real life, that would take a little bit more time. I understand in the future, horsewomen versus horsewomen. I understand that match is going to happen, and you need to start planting those seeds. But fuck! Give me another month or two, brah! So we get Charlotte and Ronda. I don't even know, man. It's a damn good match. But it's not nearly what it once was. There's no build or anything to it. Guys, it's a shell of what this once was. This is not Ronda Becky. Survivor Series has drastically changed, and I'm not sure it's for the fucking better. Not even close. And we're not even done. I mean, the Survivor Series card, that's not even it, the changes. How about the other fucking main event? That's scrapped as well. It is no longer AJ Styles and Brock Lesnar. It is now Daniel Bryan and Brock Lesnar. Can't make this shit up. It's confirmed. It's official. Because at the beginning of SmackDown, AJ Styles is cutting a promo to Brock. Paul Heyman comes out of nowhere. Instigates a little feud between Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles. I liked it. Bryan comes out, says, why am I even being talked about? Looks at Styles, says, listen, I respect you. I told you that 2 weeks ago. But I also, something I didn't tell you, is I've been looking for an opportunity to punch you in the face. So if you mention my name one more time, I'm going to punch you in your face. And he goes to walk off, and AJ Styles stops him and says, well, what's the deal? Of course I respect you, but you're telling me if I ever want to tell anybody about one of the best wrestlers in the world, I can't mention Daniel Bryan, and he mentions his name, and Daniel Bryan just starts hauling off. They beat the shit out of each other, suits and ties, referees breaking it up. Backstage after commercial break, they're still going at it. Shane McMahon's trying to break them up. AJ Styles is saying any time for his championship. Shane says, you want to do it? Tonight. So we have a championship match 5 nights before Survivor Series. One half of the double main event now is in question for Survivor Series. And this match is a 14-minute match. I believe it was 13 and a half minutes, or at least what we saw on television. And Daniel Bryan turns heel. Referee gets kind of knocked down a little bit from a phenomenal forearm. That was missed, obviously. Daniel Bryan moves out of the way. Referee gets hit. And while the referee is kind of down and out, low blow by Daniel Bryan. Followed by the fucking knee to the fucking dome piece. That's 1, 2, and 3. And we have new WWE Heavyweight Champion, and his name is Daniel Bryan. You guys know he is one of, if not my favorite, pro wrestler in WWE's main roster right now. But I'll be the first to admit, that was anticlimactic as fuck. I am not sure why they would do this now, other than to get the attention away from the females. Because of this whole Becky Lynch situation, and they just wanted the focus to be back on the men. I have no idea. When the professional wrestling world is trying to wrap its head around one of the main events at Survivor Series being totally fucking just destroyed, why would you put the other main event and make that nullified and destroy that? There's so many questions, but here's what the sad part. I don't even think WWE has the fucking answers. They're literally just going by the day, and that's what I mean when I say people are so fucking giddy about WrestleMania. This is gonna set up Becky at Mania, and this is gonna happen at Mania, and for the future, this is good. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. They don't plan for anything in the future. It is day by day, and when they do plan for the future, they change it. It just is. It's where they're at. WrestleMania, Becky, yeah, WrestleMania, this will have the future. No! They don't even know what they're fucking doing. They love creating anarchy because probably in their own personal lives there's fucking anarchy. Misery loves company. Let's make everybody's head fucking boggled. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. You guys are giving them way too much of your fucking trust, thinking that they can book shit this far in the future. Come on, man. Vince McMahon's head is so far up the XFL's ass, it ain't even funny. Triple H's head is so far up NXT's ass, it ain't even funny. Stephanie McMahon has her head so far up the next women's movement and protest and whatever the fuck, march. It ain't even funny. Nobody's fucking head dome pieces in the WWE right now. Nobody gives a fuck. You know it's bad when one of my favorite wrestlers wins the World Heavyweight Championship and I'm like, what the fuck? You're gonna do AJ Styles the dirty like that? You're honestly gonna have this guy hold that championship 371 days? I think 371 days. And drop it on a fucking SmackDown 5 days before Survivor Series. This whole title reign was to drop it on SmackDown Live. You know, and what could you say? Maybe we find out AJ Styles is injured or something happened. He can't show up to survive. That's the best you got? First of all, the injury isn't that bad. He just put on fucking almost 15 minutes with Daniel Bryan in a pretty damn good match. You're telling me he can't take some fucking bumps from Brock? Bullshit. So they put it on Daniel Bryan. Bryan turns heel. Afterwards, he beats the shit out of AJ Styles after the match, putting the boots right to his face. Don't get me wrong. I'm with you guys. I love heel Bryan too when done correctly. With the Wyatts, it was horrible because he was in the middle of this yes movement. And everyone was like, what the fuck? But this could work because the yes movement has totally died. We all can agree. He needed to be repackaged. This is beautiful. You could have done this without a championship. But I love the eyes, the look in his eyes, and the fucking, this new ferociousness. But what the fuck? Heel Bryan versus heel Lesnar? Or is that why in one night they tried to make Brock Lesnar look like a face? Brock Lesnar's beating up Jinder Mahal and the Singh brothers. What the fuck? Why did you make Brock look like a face? Unless they had this planned from the beginning. So maybe this had nothing to do with Ronda Rousey and Becky Lynch. They made Brock look like a face on Monday. The problem with that is nobody's really going to be cheering him out of the fucking building Sunday. So it's a heel versus a heel. And might be the last time we see Daniel Bryan. This is it. Brock Lesnar gives his opponents 75 Suplex City bitches, 45 F5s. Daniel Bryan is concussion prone. One more, he's done for good. At least in the WWE, definitely. How many times can he get dropped on his head before he literally doesn't know where the fuck he's at or the referee stops the match? I mean, this makes zero sense to me. Literally zero fucking sense. Daniel Bryan is the one guy who cannot be... Trust me, it's a dream match I would have loved to have seen back in the day. If Daniel Bryan was fully healthy and he could take those bumps, the real life David versus Goliath. The real life underdog versus the behemoth. But now, every time Daniel Bryan even lands anywhere near his head, I'm cringing. I'm hoping he's okay. He's going in there with Brock. He's gonna die! What the fuck? This could be the last time we see Daniel Bryan. And maybe this is Vince McMahon putting the final nail in the coffin. Maybe he truly is in that doghouse. And he said, let's put Daniel in there with Brock. You want to skip Crown Jewel? You don't want to go to Saudi Arabia? That's fine. Good luck in your career with Brock, concussion boy. That's what Vince is probably thinking. If he's in the doghouse, why would you feed somebody with concussions to Brock Lesnar? If Daniel Bryan actually does take like 7, 10, 12 fucking Suplex City bitches, I'm gonna be cringing this entire match. It's almost like Vince McMahon just does not want to, when Roman comes back, he wants Roman to be the sole person. AJ Styles no longer have the champion, let's put him on the shelf. Daniel Bryan will turn him heel, we'll have him get fucked up by Brock. Clear the way, we already fucked up Braun Strowman. When Roman comes back, they'll all be chanting Roman, Roman. So Daniel Bryan's a new champion, and who the fuck knows if he's even still with us come Monday. This is fucking tragic. Daniel Bryan, wear a fucking helmet. That's all, that's my advice to you. Wear a fucking helmet, my friend. Because Brock is gonna kill you. Other matches that totally befuddle me, Andrade Cien Almas loses against Jeff Hardy. We're back in 2000. Almas can't catch a break. Almas is one of the biggest losers in the company. I'm going to say this again because if you watch NXT or you know anything about Almas, I'm going to say this and this is going to befuddle you. Andrade Cien Almas is one of the biggest losers in the company. Never thought I would say those words because he's one of the best wrestlers in the world. I saw one idiot. Wasn't on anything I posted, but I came across it. And he goes, "Don't worry, guys. Almas is being protected. He's gonna be just fine." And this is a clear idiot that doesn't know the word protected in the business and doesn't know shit about the business. Andrade Cien Almas will not be just fine. You know why? Because he is getting fucked royally. You don't think this has a lasting impression with not just casuals, mainstream fans, but the diehards? That we're not going to remember this? How easily he could just go through losing streaks? Especially right out of the gate? We're always going to remember this. He's never going to be able to be the badass we all hoped he was going to be because we're going to remember he lost to everyone. Rey Mysterio beats The Miz. Some stupid stipulation on the line. If The Miz loses, he's no longer team captain. Maybe not even on the team. Who the fuck knows? So Rey Mysterio defeats Miz. Nonsensical match. The Bar with Big Show defeats The New Day in a 6-man woohoo match. Who the fuck gives a fuck? That was the show. That was the show. The entirety of this show was just to fucking confuse us more for Survivor Series. We get Charlotte and Ronda now. We get Daniel Bryan and Brock Lesnar. 2 dream matches in their own right. 2 matches that we think were supposed to be for WrestleMania. We're getting at Survivor Series. If it seems rushed, it is. If it seems like there's no real time to get excited or intrigued, it's because there is no time. This is all happening so fast that by the time I actually start to fathom it, it's going to be Sunday night. That's it, guys. I'll see you tomorrow with an impromptu video. A lot of coverage later on this week for Survivor Series. We're going to do an NXT review as well for TakeOver on Sunday morning. So keep checking the channel every single day. I'm the Amplified Man. I'm going to double fist some fucking Starbucks coffees. And we're going to get fucking amplified. Shut the fuck up! Amplified Man, check you.